Well, hi everyone. It is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you tonight. It is great to be with you. If you guys are new, well, welcome. And I would ask you to go ahead and pick up your mobile device, scan that QR code there at the top of the screen. And if you don't have a mobile device and you still want to reach my QR code, well, it goes to a link tree, and I'll give you that address so you can type it in manually. That's LINK. TR, that's LANK, TR dot EE/JOHNC MORLEY, serial SERIAL, entrepreneur ENTREPRENEUR. Well, it is great to have you with me here tonight. And if you are coming back and one of my loyal supporters, welcome. I hope some of my new people coming will become loyal subscribers as well as many of the people I have. And tonight, we're talking about another great topic. That topic is what makes you feel proud and successful. Think about that for a moment. What makes you feel proud and successful? Is there something that, like, you could spread your wings and feel really happy about? Or is there something you did that just kind of takes you to the top of your game? Think about that for a moment. Have you had anything like that where you've been able to just feel at the top of your game? That's right. The top of your game. So being at the top of your game is pretty cool, right? But getting there is not just being, it's a feeling. If you can feel something, then you can get there. A wise person once said, which I've heard many times, you have to feel it first and manifest it second. But a lot of people try to jump the gun and say, oh, gee, I don't want to feel it. I just want to manifest it. But then they get all upset and angry because they can't get where they want to be. And that's because they haven't really figured out how to resonate with that. Now, that sounds kind of strange, but it's not strange, ladies and gentlemen. It is the truth. That's right. It's the truth. And the truth is that manifestation is something we do every day in our lives. So what you're getting in your life right now is coming from what you've been thinking the days before. And as I've said to you before, your mind does not create all the manifestation. It comes from your heart. Your heart is what actually creates the alignment with the energy to cause you to manifest. So when we think about doing something in life, maybe there was a first time you did something and you felt really good because you did that. Well, that's an example of what makes you feel proud and successful. Okay. So when you're proud, I'll give you an example. I was on stage the other day and, being up there and being able to take that bow and then having people applaud, that makes you feel really great inside and it makes you want to do it again. Why is it, though, that people don't seem to understand what manifesting is about? Why don't they understand it? I think they don't understand it because it seems challenging for them. It seems challenging. And when we think about challenging, we have to realize that it's important to know that we have to believe in something with our whole mind, our whole body. And if we don't do that, then it can be a problem. And this happens because our feelings are the rocket fuel to getting us to our desires. Now, let me say that again. Our feelings are the rocket fuel to get us toward our desires. Okay? And if you were to think of a rocket, right, launching up into space, that rocket gets where it's going to go based on the energy in its fuselage. That's really the reason, right? So your fuselage, your place for being able to do things comes from the brain starts the fire, but the heart really pumps it up. Okay? And I think what a lot of people don't get is that the heart is so very, very vital and important to our lives. I mean, really vital. Extremely, extremely vital. And a lot of people say to me, John, how can the heart manifest anything? I mean, I know that comes up a lot. How does the heart manifest anything? And I think what we're going to find out is that the heart gets us into an alignment, right? The heart gets us into an alignment. Pretty cool, right? What is it then, ladies and gentlemen, that gets us to be on top of the world? What makes you feel so great? What is that? And I think it's different for other people, right? It's different for other people. Why? It's because certain things propel us forward and certain things don't propel us forward. I think what a lot of people see is that it's it has to be something that drives us. But not everything drives us in life. So we have to find out what is that magic sauce? What is going to make us become a better version of ourselves? What is going to make us propel forward so that we can be in alignment with other energies, other people, other things, environments that are going to act as a catalyst to bring us forward to our chosen destiny? So people often ask me, John, how does the heart manifest? How does our heart create manifestations? How does that happen? Um, and I think the best way to explain this is that it's something we call heart energy, right? And so when your heart is open and you send heart energy out to others, into the world, you open yourself up to more energy of that type to come back to you. And when you direct this energy from the heart in a specific way to what you want, you attract that into your life because you're focusing on it. Money, relationships, right? Business, other goals you may have, health goals. So you'll manifest a lot faster with the heart than with your mind. Now, that might sound a little crazy, but it's true. When you use the heart, you can feel a little bit different. What do you mean by that? Well, let's think about something right now. Let's think about manifesting, let's just say a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. If you use your heart and feel that manifestation energy, it feels so good inside, right? And it gets you to focus on it. If you just think about it, it's here, but it doesn't feel as strong as if I say I want a cup of coffee or tea from my heart. I can just feel it like resonating in my body. Here, I can see it, I can experience it, but it's not the same as here. So a lot of times people say to me, John, well, I used my mind. You did, but technically you used your heart. So when you start to get those feelings, right? Those emotions, those what I call super mega charges or bullets, then you're harnessing your heart. Now, some people do it automatically and they don't know how or why they do it, but they do it. And it's because they start to launch into the category of feelings. Feelings. If you feel a certain way, your body's going to act a certain way. If you don't, then you might see it and you may want it, but your body's not going to propel you forward to it as much because your heart creates more of that dopamine, right? Feelings create dopamine. We know that, right? Just thinking about something and feeling good is wonderful, but remember the feelings can get triggered from the mind, but it has to get to the heart. If we don't get those strong feelings, it's never going to affect the heart, never going to affect the energy right here. And you might say to me, John, how do I feel something? That's a good question. You feel something by focusing on the attention to be in your heart chakra. You may feel a tingle in your spine, but you feel something that you don't feel in your mind. If you just think about something, like, I don't know, maybe you want a new car, and you think about that up here. Great. But now when you think about what it's going to be like driving it and you get really deep into the emotions, that activates your heart. So if we can learn how to activate the heart, that means we can probably get to our goal 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 times faster than just using our brain. So our brain is going to propel us a little bit, right? In our mind. But the heart is going to take the energy and it's going to become our fuselage to be able to boost us into a space to achieve our goals. Motivation, call it whatever you'd like. Most people don't use their heart because they don't know about it. Most people don't use feelings, or if they do, they turn them on for a minute, but then they turn them off. And people say, well, I don't know, I'm not feeling like it right now. If they say that to you, they're not going to manifest anything because they're not feeling it. Somebody says, oh, John, I'm not up to it. I'm not really feeling like it. You got to engage the heart. Now, if you engage the heart negatively, which I don't recommend, then you can detract things. But what I want to tell you is that engaging the heart in a positive way uses more energy, okay, than engaging in a negative way. So the negative way still does work, but it takes a lot more negative energy to combat the positive energy. So that's really good. So that means if you make a mistake, it's not going to quick turn into having that elephant in your dining room or your living room. When you can feel your life with your heart, it starts to exude to lots of different places in your body. And when that happens, more dopamine gets released, more adrenaline, and you feel on top of the world. Have you ever gone to, let's say a football game or a baseball game? And, they play that song like Charge, charge, and they do it again. Charge, and they do it again. Charge, and so you feel that, right? So you're involved in it. You're using your actions. How about if you dance? Any of you that dance will know what it's like because you're engaging your body, your mind, and your heart. To be a good dancer, you've got to engage your heart because you got to feel the dance. Same thing with gymnasts. People that don't engage their heart will still do okay, but they won't be exemplary. Your homework for tonight is to think about one or two things that makes you feel like a king, like a lion, or like a queen, or like a princess, depending on whether you're male or female. And when you feel these things or these emotions, we can actually take them and we can anchor them. We'll review that later on in the week, but I want you just to feel for a moment. Imagine you've just gotten a check, and that check is for, I don't know, $5 million, and it just got written out to you. How do you feel getting that check in your hand? But your body goes through a lot of different actions, right? How do you feel if you were doing something and somebody says thank you and they applaud you? Now, remember, we talked about this before. Somebody says thank you to you, you feel great. But if somebody shows gratitude towards you, oh my gosh, it's like you're like having this mind and body experience that's so powerful that makes you just want to become so involved and put even more effort into it. Now, a lot of people won't ever get to the heart brain connection because they're lazy, because they don't want to put that effort. But when you do, it's like a second boost of energy that kicks in. I'd invite you to, of course, like, support, love the video. Be sure to comment about what is it that really sets you on fire, that makes you feel successful, that makes you feel passionate and proud about your life. What is it? And then tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share it out with everyone you know on social media. And then be sure to look for the key phrase on our video below, John C. Morley, Serial Entrepreneur on YouTube, and click on the link and make the choice for PayPal to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful. Those pennies and dollars, we'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment to continue to produce and deliver to you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content to get you out of procrastination and to take inspired action to live the life, to bring the passions and your dreams to make them a reality. I'm John C. Morley, Serial Entrepreneur. It's been a pleasure being with you tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. That'll be March 8th with another continuation and more feelings about feeling proud and feeling successful. Using these things can be the secret sauce that will get you to where you want to be a lot faster. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everyone.